This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Good news for those looking to study abroad, as the Ministry of Education is finally resuming scholarships and grants for international universities. This much coming from Minister of Education Jeffrey Lloyd during his contribution to debate on the 2021-2022 budget.
You remember last year, Mr. Deputy, that there was a pause in that particular delivery of scholarship to international universities. It has resumed this year. As we speak, some 2,000 Bahamian recipients, totaling a government contribution of some $45 million, have been the beneficiaries. What is of equal and impressive note, they have secured relationships with more than 30 international colleges and universities, 17 million. Institutions have committed to offering tuition waivers and discounts to any Bahamian student is accepted to attend.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic last year, the Ministry of Education, along with many other ministries, received a 20% budget cut. Therefore, those class of 2020 graduates were not able to receive assistance from the Bahamian government and Scholarship Educational Loan Division to fund their tertiary education. In March, the minister announced that the moratorium on international scholarships has been lifted and students can now apply for scholarships to study internationally. A comment from Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis in the House of Assembly on Wednesday prompted current Fort Charlotte Member of Parliament Mark Humes to ask his leader to show some respect. Dr. Minnis, during his contribution to the 2021-2022 budget debate and speaking to Junkaners about a $2 million investment and grant of up to 20 acres of Crown land for a Junkanu village as a cultural and tourist attraction, referenced Free National Movement candidate Drumiko Archer as the next Member of Parliament for Fort Charlotte.
Junkanu will rise. I call Drumiko Archer. I call the next Member of Parliament, Drumiko Archer. Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Humes contends that the comment was disrespectful.
I think as the current Member of Parliament sits here in the House of Assembly, the duly elected and unceremoniously deselected Member of Parliament sits here. I think it's quite disrespectful that my party would speak to the next, well, refer to him as the next Member of Parliament. There's no guarantee. The people still have a say in that matter. But I would I wouldn't ask for it to be stricken from the record. I would just ask for more respect.
To that, the Prime Minister responded that he meant no disrespect nor ill intent to the sitting member. Mr. Humes won the Fort Charlotte seat with 2,153 votes in the 2017 general election, while the Progressive Liberal Party's Alfred Sears got 1,616 votes. Drumiko Archer was ratified by the FNM for the next general elections for the same constituency back in April. In crime news, police over on Grand Bahama making another significant find of a large amount of marijuana on Wednesday. Police on the island reporting that shortly before 12 noon, officers from the Predator Unit acting on intelligence and armed with a search warrant went to a residence on Marley Drive. On arrival, officers heard noises coming from the inside of the home and attempted to gain entry with no success. The officers were eventually able to access the residence when they observed a male exit through the rear door, making good his escape. Officers then discovered a quantity of suspected marijuana and marijuana seeds along with government identification. A further check was conducted in the northwestern bedroom where officers found a black duffel bag containing a large amount of suspected marijuana. The street value is estimated at $7,000. Police are investigating this matter. The 2021 Labor Day celebrations began on Sunday with members visiting a number of local churches. This year, labor unions are looking back some 60 years to the early days of the Bahamian labor movement. Through conversations with Sir Leonard Archer and Dr. Clifford Curry from the University of the Bahamas, the unions will also feature the late Sir Randall Fox, while also taking a closer look at today's labor leaders, especially female leaders. They will also concentrate on current labor issues facing workers. In recent times, it has been said repeatedly that the labor movement is weakening. President of the Trade Union Congress, Attorney Obie Ferguson, and President of the National Congress of Trade Unions, Paul Maynard, will address this topic. On the holiday, that's tomorrow, the annual Labor Day motorcade will begin at 9 a.m. at the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center and finish at Arwak Key. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.